Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, collective. Okay, so this video, um, I'm going to channel my own infinite wisdom. This video is to take you back to your roots. And I'm here to give you specific keys to unlocking more abundance, more love, um, bring in more light in your lower chakras. Okay. Starting with the root chakra. So your finances. So we're working with the pain body as well. Okay. So you might be experiencing some pain and the lower chakras, which is the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus above the belly button. So spirit wants me to make this video because even I can feel this collective energy of anxiousness and overwhelm and this really heavy burden, like you're having to do everything on your own. Well, you're not on your own. This is why I merge both worlds. I don't live in one or live in the other. I live in both. And since I was younger, I also had these limited beliefs in the way we communicate also about love, about money, abundance in general, abundance in all ways. Okay, so if you're seeing abundance of flowers, abundance is surrounding you. If you're seeing abundance of bees, abundance is surrounding you. Abundance of trees, of stars. I mean, anything that is, it looks to you more than a few is abundance. Okay. So you have beliefs, and we're going to take you back. And oh, by the way, um, I don't assume I'm connected to source energy when I channel. It is always tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. Okay. So this anxiousness that you're feeling is, um, it's collective. Okay. It's on an individual, like you watching this video, but you're also feeling the anxiousness of the collective. We all have the ability to feel everything that's going on. And sometimes when we feel this heaviness, um, and the worry and the overwhelm and not knowing what's coming, okay, we don't need to know what's coming. We need to focus only on our own self, what we are creating, all right, as far as how we want to become more of ourselves authentically. So I want to take you back to your roots and always take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Not everybody has the same beliefs about money. Okay. Some of you might have heard from, and as kids, let me go back. This is going to bring healing energy to the way you think and the way you feel about abundance and prosperity, right? Some of you come from this scarcity and lack mindset, and whatever your vibration is, fear versus faith, okay? Faith, not in an insecurity faith, not the uh, faith in something outside of you, faith that you yourself are God in action, that it is infinite abundance and prosperity always. Ask, it is given. Okay, so roots, go back to your roots. I want you to think of a conversation, like in your environment, your ancestors. What did you hear around money? Did you hear it was a root of all evil? Did you hear that? And these are thoughts that you have on program right now. Like, there's never enough. I don't have enough money at the end of the week. Like when you receive your paycheck, are you living paycheck to paycheck? And it just isn't enough, right? So just go back to your roots and really think about the thoughts that are on a program. Now, you could be completely unconscious. So, what we're doing here is we're bringing what's unconscious, right? Going back to your roots. When you think of money, like when you receive that paycheck, what feelings come up in the pain body? This is the emotional body of energy. Um, does it cause more fear, anxiety, worry, stress that you're not going to have enough to cover your bills? Think about that. Just go back to your childhood home. And we're just going to envision for a brief moment what was that conversation that was programmed and that you still have right now today. And how you speak is everything. Okay. Jesus taught us that what we speak into existence because that's our belief, right? We wouldn't say it if we didn't feel that was our truth, or, and it's not your truth, by the way. So this video is to bring healing intentions and release, let go, be able to receive now. Because there's no cruel God punishing you every day at your job, right? Or taking away from your paycheck. That is not the truth. Okay. And I'm not saying trust me either. I'm saying trust what comes up. Just try it. Okay. So go back to your roots. Have a brief inner child moment. Remember the first thing you heard around money. Okay. This is going to bring healing. There's no blame. There's no pointing the finger. Okay. This is just for healing intentions. It's for you to release, receive now. Okay. So if you're asking and you're praying for more, it's showing up. You just don't believe. There's something saying, yeah, that's just silly. I'm not going to, even me talking to you right now, you're saying that's just silly. Okay. Well, I walked a middle path. I was chosen to think different and change thoughts and beliefs and habits and patterns. Okay. I'm not perfect. However, we weren't here. We didn't come here perfect. We came here imperfect. So we ourselves can change our own lives. So, and believe me, your parents or whoever raised you in whatever environment you are in, it was influenceable. I talk like that. And believe it or not, these things can be unconscious. And what I'm here to inspire you and influence you to do is change your thoughts, change your life. And once you change your thoughts, the behind the thought that you always thought about money, love, whatever it is, relationships in general, it works in every area of your life. Okay. Change your thoughts, change your life. And behind that thought, you start to see with divine eyes, the divine's truth. Even what's going on in the world, okay? Trust yourself, know yourself, be yourself, love yourself, okay? I invite you to bring up these limited beliefs. Where do you feel stuck, alone, like you're carrying the heaviest burden by yourself? You're not carrying it by yourself. You're not the only one that thinks this way or has these beliefs. I was one of them, but I changed it. Um, and you can be in the world as it is today and not be of it. You can be the one that becomes more, that wants more, that can have more. You can have it all. Okay. And that first thought that takes you back to your roots. Because money, believe it or not, we don't even touch it. It comes from the spiritual realm first. Ask, it is given. So you have a belief that you're unworthy, you're not good enough. You feel stuck, you feel alone, you feel lost. You have no one to help you. Maybe that's a belief that, I have no support. You have the whole freaking universe if you change your mind. You have the right to change your mind. You have the right to take your life back, your power back from these habitual ways of thinking, feeling, and reacting at the end of the week when you see your paycheck. When the bills keep piling up and you don't have enough money, right? I'm not saying that your reality is not real. See, this is where it gets counterintuitive. Logically, somewhere, you signed up for these bills, right? On the other end of the stick, you have a belief that, well, now I can't pay for them. You can. You have to align with your natural state of abundance and prosperity. That is your birthright. So these things are definitely unconscious, and we need to bring them consciously right here, right? Only way out is through. So I got some notes to the side. I'm pretty good at what I do. So, but we're bringing them to the conscious mind because, believe it or not, and you don't have to, but however, your subconscious programming, it records everything that you believe is your truth. That's all it does is record. So you can be sitting with a friend, joking about it, and no intention, but saying, man, I'm fucking broke. I'm always broke. Why am I always broke? First, the question, why, is a good thing. You're asking why. So now bring it to the conscious front, right here. Why am I broke? Well, somewhere I have a belief that I'm unworthy and I don't deserve abundance naturally to flow through me and to me and for me and to pay my bills on time. Somewhere there might not be gratitude. Maybe your parents didn't show any gratitude for what they actually had. Shift that. I am grateful for these bills. Thank you, universe. Thank you for that parking spot. Simple, but active. Every single day, there needs to be a new program set to reprogram the subconscious. Don't joke with anybody. Don't say out loud, I'm so fucking broke. Right? Because your subconscious, oh, you're broke? Okay, well, I got to make you more broke. We got to take something. All right, so it's really powerful what you speak is a vibration into the universe. What you think are vibrations. Your soul has a unique vibration. It's being sent into the universe. So change your thoughts. Look at these, go back to your roots. The conversations you heard about love, about money. These beliefs are your parents' beliefs. And believe it or not, they came and gave you a gift. You just have to choose to be the one to change your thoughts and change your life. And this works in every single area of your life. Okay? Um, this is why I work as a bridge to both worlds. Still in physical incarnation, my soul, my oversoul, my higher self, my God self, the co-creator in me, has been my guide my whole life. I knew when I was a wee child, okay, that wow, this don't feel like love. And that very first impressionable, whatever I heard, what I seen, you are a child witnessing and developing these beliefs, these habits, they're habitual ways of thinking and believing how things work. Whether it's in the government stuff, right? You're here to experience whatever you want to experience as a co-creator. We're always manifesting. But some of you, and this ain't for all, some of you really hold on to the belief that I have to work hard for love. I have to give my whole self and I have to become what this person wants me to become or I won't be loved. I won't be validated. I won't be seen. I won't be heard. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. All right. So you, collective, are so powerful when you go back to your roots and you are the only one that can do this. To change these beliefs. And when people hear the word change, oh my God, change, not change. Be flexible. Have fun with it. Don't take it so fucking serious. I did. I was like so serious because it felt so good. And you have to let go of how or the when or the who or the where it's going to come from. But divine infinite supply is your birthright. There's no lack or scarcity in the universe. Okay? So if that's what you were taught, that's how you were programmed, that is a fucking lie. I'm telling you right now, it's a lie. You can have it all. You can have anything that someone else has effortlessly. And there's people, you're like, why does everybody else have more than me? And I do everything I can. I work hard and I pay my bills on time and da 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 da. You were here to do something different. You might even be a life path number 5. You might see 555 all the time. So there is a gift in change, in transformation. So change your thoughts, change your beliefs that there's only one way, right? You don't have to work hard for love. People, fill your own cup. Your mental stability. Let's talk about the mind and where you focus. You focus more on outside as a human being, right? You are a soul having a human experience. So when your mental stability feels off, right, and you get into that analytical mind and you overthink and you don't trust yourself to go after what you ask for. Because anytime you ask, because you're always manifesting, what you ask always arrives in divine timing. When you see it, you push it away. So you push love away because you ask for love. It don't look right. It don't, it don't have to look a certain way. You just have to align with it in that present moment because that is your perfect match to stop abandoning yourself and stop lowering your own, what do I call it? Lowering your own expectations for yourself. See, we're taught to expect more out of a relationship. And when we put heavy expectations on that relationship, that's an energy, that's a vibration, that's a chord that that other person is going to reflect exactly back. Like, I can't. They also have this unworthiness, or I'm not lovable, or I need more attention. Okay, just put it where it fits. But, however, these things can be unconscious. And when we bring them up and we face them and we look at them, okay, these are things that you abandoned about yourself, and they're being shown to you outside in the external world, whether it's people leaving your life. One way or another, it's teaching you something about yourself, that you believe that your abundance or love is separate. There's some kind of separation from receiving right now because everything is now. That's why we need to be more present in the now and feel everything around you. You have a gift, right? I'm not going to give you everything, but if you want to know more, it's about unity consciousness, Christ consciousness. It's about raising your own frequency and vibration and becoming that authentic vibration of attraction. And this masculine, feminine, we both are equal to the masculine and feminine energy. All right. This ain't just about one area of the relationship working out, right? And the rest, we just stick with it. No, this is about you, yourself. Raise your expectations, want more, ask for more. We're constantly asking, we're constantly praying for more. It lines up, and then when it shows up, you push it away because there's a belief that you're not good enough, that, well, if I make more money than my family, they won't love me the same. They won't accept me the same. That might be true. Let them. You keep shining. You keep being brighter. Okay. So divine, infinite supply, never ending supply. Do you hear that? Never ending supply of prosperity, of love. Love is the first natural thing anybody could accept. And yeah, not everybody is going to come with you. All right. There's people that's going to leave your life. There's things that need to leave your life. Only you have the power over that. You are the decision maker. So what decision will you make right now to accept your birthright, to become more, to feel whole within the self? This isn't about somebody outside of you or you needing to seek validation. Everything is already inside. The soul wants to give you more. It wants you to receive the healing energies that you want. It wants to show you new opportunities, new possibilities. They're right there in front of you. All you have to do is grab it. So change your thoughts, change your life. Love yourself, be yourself, know yourself, trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust everything that you are speaking into existence right now. That is the power of being a divine, sovereign being in the human experience. So you choose what you want to experience. You become the producer of your own life, basically. So, with that being said, let me just do it. Wow. So, how do we want to speak now, right? Instead of saying there's never enough money at the end of the week, how about thank you for what I already have and how I get to pay exactly what I need to pay, and know there's a knowing inside you that there's no cruel God that's punishing you and keeping your birthright from you. It is simply your beliefs, the way you speak and listen. When you think about money, your whole nervous system reacts and responds to that belief. So change your thoughts, change your life, change your beliefs. Real simple. Just a conscious shift on your part. Nobody else can do it. And then, let me tell you, you've been programmed to believe that scarcity and lack exists your whole life. So it doesn't happen overnight. You have to start a morning ritual. Go to bed, reprogramming this subconscious. Speak to yourself as you are already rich. You are already abundant. You need to get into feeling state, knowing state that there's no cruel God holding back money, love, career that you want, job that you want. You are the one that needs to align with that. You are the one in masculine energy, feminine energy. The feminine aligns with the masculine energy. When the masculine is stepped out there and took action, right? Is working, is doing whatever, building a career, doing the inner work. Your job is to align with your creative force and allow yourself to be completely in receiving mode. Okay, you are a creator, a conscious creator, or you're unconscious of what you're creating. So change your thoughts, change your life. Bye for now. Love you guys.